Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Story Channel. In today's program, we will dive into the truths about healthy relationships from conversations with God. This topic touches every aspect of our lives because relationships, whether family ties, friendships, or romantic relationships, play a vital role in our existence. However, we often find ourselves lost in relationships, unsure of how to navigate the complex emotions involved. Today, let's explore this theme together and gain deep wisdom about relationships. We often ask ourselves, when will I learn enough about relationships to handle them perfectly? The answer is, you don't need to learn more about relationships. Instead, you need to demonstrate the truth you already know. The path to happiness lies in using relationships according to their intended purpose, not in the way you design them. Relationships are not tools to fulfill your needs or fill your voids. They exist to help you express your highest self, to show who you are, and to grow into the person you desire to become through these experiences. Relationships are inherently challenging because they require you to constantly push beyond yourself, to experience and express a higher version of yourself and your imagination. Without relationships with others, places, or events, you cannot exist or experience who you are. It is in interaction with others that you come to know your true self. Relationships allow you to see yourself because, without something else, you cannot define who you are. Challenges are inevitable in relationships. Every relationship is an opportunity to further understand and elevate yourself. People often mistakenly believe that a happy relationship is one without conflict or challenges, but the truth is quite the opposite. Conflicts in relationships provide an opportunity to understand yourself better and create a higher version of yourself. When you feel conflict in a relationship, try not to see it as a problem but as a chance to grow. Through these challenges, you have the opportunity to understand yourself more deeply and deal with the complexities of life more maturely. In fact, every challenge in a relationship is an opportunity to discover who you are and decide who you want to be. So, bless every relationship you have. They are all valuable opportunities for learning, growth, and self-exploration in your life. Whether these relationships are romantic, intimate, friendships, or familial, they help you build a more complete image of yourself. Many people believe that they are incomplete until they meet that special someone. But in reality, relationships are not meant to make you whole. You are already a complete individual. The purpose of relationships is not to fill the emptiness within you, but to allow you to share your wholeness with another complete person. This misconception causes a lot of unnecessary pressure, especially in romantic relationships. People often expect their partner to meet all their needs or even change themselves to fit these expectations. However, this only causes both people to lose their true selves, leading to the breakdown of the relationship. The true purpose of relationships is to help you better understand yourself and express your authentic self through interactions with others, not to change others or have them change for you. Every person is independent and whole, and the significance of relationships lies in sharing your wholeness with one another, not in depending on each other to make up for deficiencies. We often find that when relationships fail in some sense, there's a lot of disappointment, frustration, and anger. But in fact, relationships do not really fail. They just don't develop the way you expected. Most people enter relationships focusing on what they can get from them, rather than what they can give. This attitude leads to imbalance and problems in relationships. The purpose of relationships is not about what you can get from the other person, but about which part of yourself you are willing to express. This shift in mindset is critical. When you see relationships as a stage to show your true self rather than as a tool for fulfillment, the relationship becomes more harmonious and lasting. Love is not a transaction. It is a shared experience of growth and mutual sharing. We always hope to find happiness in relationships, but true happiness doesn't come from others. It comes from within yourself. When you understand the true purpose of relationships and act in alignment with that purpose, happiness will naturally follow. A happy relationship isn't one without conflict, but one where both people can face conflict together and grow into better versions of themselves through those challenges. In relationships, you have the choice of how to respond to each challenge. This choice is not passive, it is your active way of creating happiness. When you stop trying to change others through relationships and instead use relationships to understand yourself better, happiness naturally unfolds. Every challenge in a relationship is an opportunity for growth and a path to create happiness. In relationships, we often feel pain, especially when we believe we've been hurt or misunderstood. What should we do then? Should we suppress our feelings and pretend everything is okay? The answer is no. When you feel pain in a relationship, the first thing to do is to acknowledge your feelings and respect your emotions. You must be honest with yourself and recognize the pain you're feeling. Only when you respect your own feelings can you understand and respect the feelings of others. Being honest about your emotions is not only an act of self-care but also the key to true growth in relationships. The purpose of relationships is not to suppress yourself, but to help you better understand yourself and express your true thoughts and needs through these interactions. Before you can love others, you must first learn to love yourself. This is a point that many people overlook in relationships. If you cannot respect and love yourself, you cannot truly love others. Many people mistakenly believe that by selflessly loving others, they will find love for themselves. However, true love must begin within. When you genuinely respect and accept yourself, you can love others unconditionally. Every interaction in a relationship is an opportunity to express and experience yourself. By loving yourself, you learn how to love others better, and you no longer depend on others' approval to validate your worth. In relationships, we continuously grow and explore ourselves. Every relationship is part of the soul's work, helping us better understand ourselves, create ourselves, and ultimately fulfill ourselves. Through every interaction, you decide who you are and choose how to respond to each challenge. Every choice is an opportunity to bring you closer to your true self. In relationships, you're not waiting for others to change your life, but actively choosing how to show yourself and create your life. When you realize this, the pain and confusion in relationships become easier to deal with, as you will see the growth opportunities behind these challenges. What is the ultimate purpose of relationships? It's not to fulfill your needs or desires, but to help you understand and express your true self. Every relationship is an opportunity for your soul to grow. They provide you with a stage to constantly grow and progress through your interactions with others. When you understand the ultimate purpose of relationships, you will no longer feel confused or disappointed. You will realize that every relationship, no matter how difficult it seems, is an important part of your personal growth. Relationships are an indispensable part of our lives. They are not just connections between people but also tools for the growth of our souls. When you can see the true purpose of relationships and act according to that purpose, you will find real happiness and fulfillment in relationships. That brings us to the end of today's program. I hope that through this discussion, you can better understand your relationships with others and find inner peace and joy in them. Thank you all for watching. Remember to like, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your friends. Let's explore the path of spiritual growth together and seek true abundance and happiness in life. See you next time.